Well, I've been with the Progressive Democrats since pretty much 2015, and I think, especially with legislation like this, it's very, very easy to pick up the, I guess, the irregularities and the where you see, the Pawtucket owners may say one thing and the media may say one thing, but when you get right down to it and you read the laws, it just says something different. So I think that that's really where I come in. I'm very, I want them to tell the truth. I don't want them to just say what they want to say and have it have nothing, no proof of it in the law. And my big thing was 990, which is it's a current Rhode Island general law, and it completely redefines what a redevelopment corporation is. And that's a huge problem for me because this isn't just about the POSOX. This is going to affect everything.
Right.
Every other redevelopment agency, which it turns it into a development agency because it's no longer redeveloping, which would be something like rehabilitating a school, for instance, which is what I would personally like to see money go towards. I'm not okay with rewriting a law only for Pawtucket, but actually opening the door for plenty of other agencies to come in, and it's a type of corruption, actually, the way that it's rewritten.
I guess what's disturbing is, or appalling is a better word, is just how many inconsistencies you've found with what's purported to be in the law and what's actually in the law. The notion that we haven't been handed anything near a final statement or a final piece of legislation yet, despite this being in the works for 3 years. And the pablum that's generated by the PR flax from the POSOX and its grotesque differences from what is actually been written in the code. I mean, what are some of the things that you've stumbled on that have all of a sudden become part of the conversation?
I think, the first thing is right in 990, the current law that defines what a redevelopment agency is. The redevelopment agencies are supposed to be working with blighted areas. It specifically says in the bill, blighted and substandard areas. That's the definition of a redevelopment area. The definition of a redevelopment area is not what the Apex site is. It most certainly is not. And also the rights of a redevelopment agency are not to construct. Actually, I believe it's number 14 in 990. That section, it explicitly states, nothing in this section is meant to construe that the construction of new buildings is permitted. And they actually, they struck all that language. And for me to see that they're not rewriting just, this law like for Pawtucket. Once again, like they're rewriting all redevelopment agencies, and it's just it's not consistent with what they're trying to have the public understand, which is that we're only proposing something for Pawtucket. This is something that we need to keep the POSOX here. We want to improve. We want to improve the economic conditions in Pawtucket. No, I think that it's much larger than that, and I think that it's going to, if it passes, which I hope that it doesn't, and I'll do everything I can to prevent that. If it passes, we won't be fighting the POSOX. We will be fighting so many other, so many more of these. So I say, why not just, if Pawtucket needs help with something, if the POSOX needs help with something, don't go rewriting general laws. Don't go rewriting what a redevelopment agency is, And so I think that, their rhetoric is so much towards this is a nostalgic, this is important to, our culture, who we are, whether you're a Rhode Island resident or a POSOX resident. But it's much greater than that, because you can't just have tunnel vision and only look at what you want to happen. You need to look at what are all the consequences of